Here's what no one tells you. Success without preparation can feel like a crash landing. And that's when I realized I was standing on shaky ground. Think about this. Would a pilot ever land if the base wasn't strong? I don't think so. So, why do we forget that in business? It's what us entrepreneurs call a crash landing. Let me tell you what I mean with all of that. So, as you know, we invented the Cleopatra cat eye stamp. We thought that we need enough product, we need a publicist, we need a website, and the knowledge will come as we go. Okay? So we get everything ready. We sign with a PR agency back in LA. And we are investing in this launch event. And it was at this beautiful hotel in West Hollywood. And so many amazing, incredible people showed up. We had a lot of magazine editors. We had a few celebrities. We had Glenn Nutley, which is one of my favorite hairstylists, but also makeup artists. And he came to my launch event to support me, which a big shout out to you and thank you. So we get ready. We're going to this launch event and it is a huge success. Like I said, all these editors showed up, the celebrities, there's influencers, like everyone showed up and everyone loved the product. Everyone loved the story behind it. And I felt like I am unstoppable. Like I truly made it in the makeup industry. And mind you, I didn't know anything about makeup or cosmetics really when I started. Okay? I was wearing like, the bare minimum of makeup. Just the idea of me being in the makeup industry or cosmetic industry, when I look back, it's kind of funny. But anyway, let's go back to what I was going to say. So we launch, it's a success. We're in all the magazines, celebrities are wearing our eyeliner, and people are talking about it and all that stuff. But what I didn't know is that I was not prepared for the success that was happening. And what I mean with that is I had one product. Then I had a team who pushed me to get into retail. Of course, we want to make money, right? They pushed me to get into retail. I didn't know anything about manufacturing. I didn't know anything about retail. I didn't know anything about this specific business. So I fly around, meet with all these retailers, and they're so excited about the cat eye stamp. They ask me like if I want to get into their stores, and it was like really moving fast. Like they were like, we want to do it ASAP. What other product do you have? And I was sitting there, I was like, what other products do I have? I just launched this. Like this is the only product that I have. Like why should I think about having other products? And right there was my mistake. Yes, there are certain products that you launch, and then while you're launching, like you're working on all the other products and all that stuff. But I didn't even think about having other products lined up. I didn't even think about that. For me, it was all about the Cleopatra cat eye stamp because that's all the money that I had went to this eyeliner. So I met with the buyers and they kept asking me the same thing. Like, okay, we want to get into the market ASAP. Like, what other products do you have? And I kept telling them like, that's the only product that I have right now. And then they would say, you know what? We really want to work with you. Why don't you get back to us when you have more products? And I heard that from every retailer you can think of. Everyone wanted us, but we just didn't have enough SKUs to put it into the retailer. And when I was talking to Robin, I was talking to my team, I was like, how are we going to do this? Because they want us to be in their stores and they really like us and they like the stories, but we have no money. Like no money to invest in more products. You need a minimum of 3,000 to 10,000 per shade. For example, if you want a lipstick and you have all these different shades, that's how many you need for one shade. I had no backing. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the team. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just wanted to sell the Cleopatra Cat stamp. I didn't even was thinking about having a brand. For me, it was just this freaking eyeliner. This freaking eyeliner needed to make me a freaking millionaire. Excuse me? Hello? What happened? It didn't happen. Because, first of all, we were ordering thousands and thousands of the eyeliners. Then I needed to come up with a whole new ideas and products that I didn't even know really how to do. I didn't have the infrastructure. So because I was not prepared of the things that were coming towards me when I launched, I almost lost everything I had. Because you see, in a way, yes, you have to, sometimes you can just go with the flow and everything is so aligned and it works for you. And if that's you, amazing. But then there's the other side, like me, where not everything was aligned. And because I was not prepared, and because I just want to go into the market and didn't prepare myself, I almost lost everything. So you need to be able to at least have the basics covered. And I didn't even do that. But thank God, because of my team and because of we are good with pivoting into the directions that we need to, we're able to get most of it fixed. So I think you need to be able to do two things: prepare yourself, but also be able to pivot if you have to. We always think that we know how the business is going to go, but you see, even though and as much as we want to dictate how certain things are going to go, is the market, it's the people who are going to tell us what they want. What is really important, you need to have a solid base. If you have a solid base, even though you are not perfectly aligned and you don't really perfectly know what the next steps are, but if your base is covered and is strong, then you will be able to pivot nicely and exactly how you need to. So that's all I wanted to say today.